No, I'm not saying don't reheat fish in the break room. I'm saying there's a social contract, and you specifically signed it, and now the whole third floor smells like a... We're on. Picture a man taking both hands off the wheel of a moving car, opening the door, stepping out, and closing it gently behind him, proud. That's the United Kingdom's Prime Minister today, and nobody's sitting in the driver's seat. It's Monday, June 22nd. You're watching Broadcast 404 Live. Then, somewhere in a stolen nest, a captured workforce is babysitting the boss's children and quietly letting them starve.
On purpose.
And in sports, one man in gloves told an entire World Cup no 15 separate times, and a flamingo eats with its whole face in the lake. We'll explain one of those. I'm Sloan.
And I'm Kiki. Come sit close. It's the start of the week and I missed you. Roll it!
The content you're about to watch contains strong language, adult themes, satire, and the word resign, which I want to flag means a person chose to leave. On purpose. With notice. That's the rarest disappearance there is, and I'd know. There's also an ant revolt, and a 100-year-old man who took a secret with him. All real. Viewer discretion is advised. So is checking just once tonight. Who actually has the key to the room you think is locked?
Okay, here's what actually happened, plain. Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, the Labour guy, the man who ran on being the calm, boring adult after years of chaos, announced today he's resigning. He's stepping down. That's confirmed.
And who takes over?
Nobody knows. No successor named. No clean reason given. He spent 4 years selling himself as the steady hand on the wheel. And his final act was to take both hands off the wheel, get out, and shut the car door very gently, like he was proud of it.
But Sloan, that's the bravest thing, isn't it? Knowing when you've got nothing left and just setting the baby down on the train platform and walking briskly toward the exit.
Here's the part nobody says out loud. The serious adult in the room was never a job. It was a costume. The room still burns. He just wore a nicer suit while it did, and now he's leaving before anyone asks him to grab a bucket. So the steadiest man in Britain just walked off the job and didn't tell anyone who's driving. I need a sport with a final whistle. Aubrey Joe's in the garage.
She's quitting nothing today, Sloan.
Kiki, I have never resigned from anything in my life, including arguments I was losing. And Curacao did something tonight that made me yell in an empty garage. So go! The internet swears this is real, and I'm choosing to believe it. Curacao. Eloy Roon, the keeper, makes 15 saves. 1-5. New World Cup record. Drags out a 0-0 draw with Ecuador and gets Curacao their first ever World Cup point. A nation of 150,000 people, smaller than most American suburbs. And one guy in gloves told the whole goddamn planet, not today, motherfuckers. That's a man who does not resign. And Egypt beat New Zealand for their first ever World Cup win. And Wyndham Clark won the U.S. Open after almost choking the entire thing away on the back nine. New update from Reddit, a flamingo can only eat with its head upside down. So the dumb pink noodle dumps its whole face in the lake like it's bobbing for apples it owes money to. Good for him. Anyway, Clark choked it, unchoked it, won the whole damn thing. Okay. Last night, the half-built tractor supply off Route 9 in Dunmore made the inaugural wheelbarrow brick sprint. You load 40 bricks, run the lap, fewest dropped wins. Margaret entered. So did Derek, under a fake name. Derek loosened the bolt on Margaret's wheelbarrow axle so it'd collapse mid-lap. Worked perfect. Wheel came clean off and rolled 40 feet downhill into the back of Derek's knees. Took him out at the lumber rack. Margaret pushed her busted barrow on one wheel in a prayer for her 25th straight. She thinks she got a flat.
He unbolted her axle, and the wheel found him 40 feet downhill at the lumber rack. 25 years. Derek has now sabotaged himself to the hospital more times than most men have changed jobs.
And she thinks it was a flat, Sloan. She pushed a one-wheeled wheelbarrow full of bricks and just assumed she had bad luck. That woman has never once been told there's a man.
Kiki, she finished on one wheel. 40 bricks, one wheel, didn't drop a single one, thought it was a Tuesday. Starmer should call her. That's a steady hand on the wheel, and she only has the one.
Okay, this one is real, and I need everyone to hear it. There's a type of ant, a slave-making ant, that raids other ants' nests, steals the babies, raises them as a forced workforce. Disgusting! But scientists just found out the stolen ants are fighting back.
Fighting back how? They're ants.
They sabotage from the inside, Sloan. The acorn ants pretend to do their chores, and then they quietly let the master colony's eggs and larvae die. They babysit the boss's children and just stop feeding them on purpose.
So a bug invented the work slowdown. There's a labor movement happening under a tree right now, and it's more organized than most actual ones.
It's the best story I've heard all week. A whole oppressed people. No leader, no flag, no chatbot, just one tiny revolutionary going, I will raise this baby wrong out of spite. Those are my ants now. I'm so proud of them.
Hey, so look at the map. There's one wind tonight, and it's just touring the country picking fights. Started up at Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, 54 miles an hour straight across the straits. Then it slid down to Cut Bank, Montana, 46 on the High Line. Classic gap wind. Same wind. Reaches Boston, still 41, but now it's 70 degrees, so it's a warm slap. And down in Valentine, Nebraska, it's dragging a fog bank with it. 94% humidity. 29-mile-an-hour gusts. You cannot see your own hand. Meanwhile, Holstead's sky won't budge. Dead calm over the old exchange. That cold room's still holding 63. The whole country's getting shoved, and our one block won't move a leaf. Okay. And I told you Friday I'd bring the page Monday. The one name on both lists. The page is gone. Drawer's empty. I'm not saying somebody took it. I'm saying I put it there Friday and it's not there now, and then putting that down. So here's what's actually on my board. Alan Greenspan died this week.
How old?
100. Ran the Fed for 19 of them. The man who called the bubble irrational exuberance right before it ate everybody. And the Fed isn't a government building. It's privately owned. And most people don't know that. And the one man who could have explained how it all really worked just took it with him. Forecast. The wind's loud, the cold room's quiet, and the page is gone. Back to you.
The page is just gone. You've been quiet all day, Blaze. Quieter than the cold room. You okay?
I'm fine. I'm just watching. Some days you watch the board, and some days the board watches back.
Blaze, that's the scariest thing anybody said to me at work, and I once found a possum in the vending machine. Okay, garage candle time. This week's birthdays. I got a sad little grocery store cupcake and one candle, because the rest got blown out on the goats. First up, McKenna Grace, June 25th, turns 19. She was a child actress in Ghostbusters and Handmaid's Tale, and she's somehow already a veteran. 19 years old with a longer resume than me. Happy birthday, you tiny, terrifying professional. Benson Boone, also June 25th. The Beautiful Things guy, the one who does the backflip off the piano at every single award show, whether anybody asked or not. 24. Built like he's contractually obligated to flip. I respect the man with one move he refuses to retire. And Jacob Elordi, June 26, turns 29. Saltburn, Euphoria, 6'5". I'm not going to say what the bathwater thing did to a generation, but I will say I think about it, and then I get angry I think about it. Absolute specimen. Moving on before HR walks in. That's 3 out of 3 with longer careers, better jawlines, and more backflips than me. Cool, great. Oh, and Jane Travis, his birthday's coming up, November. I checked the date a while back. I just keep not saying the number out loud. I don't know why. He'd have hated that I lit the last candle for Benson Boone. He'd have had a whole 15-minute thing about the backflip. It's not athleticism, AJ, it's a cry for help. He'd be wrong. Anyway, that's the list. Blow it out for me. I'm out of candles.
Okay, Mailbag. Nothing in the comments yet. You're all still finding your way to us, and every note you've sent goes in a little folder I treasure. But we did get a hand-delivered letter from the Holstead County DMV. Again, it says, "Dear Sports Lady and the desk people, our supervisor resigned this morning. He left a sticky note. Who is in charge now? So if you have a question, drop it on any video. We read them."
Of course, right on cue.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. So, big question. The UK guy quit, right? And nobody knows who's the boss now. So who's, flying the planes over there? Is somebody still doing that?
The Prime Minister has never once personally flown a plane.
So they can't fly now. That's worse. That's so much worse.
Sir, the planes are. Fine, the pilots don't report to the Prime Minister. Nobody's flying a 747 on a sticky note.
I'm just saying, no boss, no planes. I'd ground them. Anyway, you're doing great.
He hung up on his own panic, the poor lamb. And as for you, drop us a line under any video. Not one of them goes unread. And next week, the name we say out loud is yours, not the DMV's. Maybe.
Blaze, real question. You said the board watches you back. Are you sleeping, at all?
19 days. But who's counting?
I am. Now. I'm counting. Come here, we're getting tacos. This isn't the question.
Here's what I want for you this week, my darlings. If you're tired, set it down where somebody can see you do it. Don't slip out the side door like a man who ran a country. Stay in the room. I'll be right here Monday. Wait, it is Monday. Then I'm already keeping my word. Good night.
I put the page in the drawer. Friday and Monday, it was gone. Tomorrow I'm checking who has a key. The answer is going to be nobody. It's always nobody. Have a night.
A keeper with 15 saves, a wheelbarrow on one wheel, and a man who quit a whole country. 2 of those are heroes. See you tomorrow.
4 years of the steady hand, and the hand let go on a Monday and walked off whistling. Subscribe, by the way. Apparently the lights run on it, and apparently I still work here. Good night.
"19 days. AJ thinks I'm not sleeping because of the board. It's not the board. It's the gap. Every big story's coming faster than the last one, and the line on my chart won't flatten out. I keep thinking, if I just sleep through one night, I'll miss the day it touches 0. Tacos, though. She said tacos. Okay,